What's up, traders? This is Matt with Conservative Trades, and hope you guys had a wonderful day today in the markets. A lot of big moves were made, and I was able to capitalize on a little bit of that. We are ending the day up over $100, maybe just, I don't know, 50 bucks, 60 bucks maybe after fees and commissions, but good day nonetheless. And really, this would have been a much bigger day had I not gotten so hung up in some of the early morning choppiness. And so, guys, I'll go ahead and tell you, it's the same thing that I was talking to the guys about on the live stream today. My trading just isn't up to par right now. So bear with me for the next few weeks as I kind of get back my bearings with trading and kind of build up my risk tolerance a little bit more. It's kind of one of those things. I told the guys in the live stream today, I call it trading with, excuse me, trading with wobbly legs. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of trading with wobbly legs. Every time I get into a trade, I find myself just kind of just unsure and just not really fully trusting the call that I'm making. And even though these trades end up working out beautifully in my favor time and time and time again, and even though I do capitalize a little bit on it, I'm just not making the moves that I would really like to be making. So these last couple of weeks in particular have been a little bit rough for me, a little more rocky and a little more difficult. And I'm really just trying to play it safe, but I'm playing it a little too safe. So safe that I'm missing out on the moves. And so, but this is a really solid example, and I'm glad that some of you guys are actually getting to witness this firsthand, and especially those of you who actually come into the live stream and you kind of hear the thought process and you watch me, with my entries and exits and all that, and you kind of know at this point. But I think it's good for everybody to see, because this is, I am kind of in a little bit of a slump here, just with being in such an irrational market that has moved with great volatility and has made moves that, I think have slapped us all in the face a few times because a lot of the chart patterns and setups and trades that I normally have taken in the past that work so well for me, because they did not, or they have not worked out well for me here in the last few weeks. I'm just kind of in a slump. So every time I get in a trade, I'm worried about getting chopped out, and I'm buying back my shares too quickly. Even here on this trade in Boeing, I'll go ahead and open it up. You can see here on Boeing, look at this. I got in here as this trade was coming down, and before even giving it time to really work itself out, I was already buying myself out of my position. You can see here I sold short 200 shares at 127. And then I bought back 100 at 127.09. It started going up. I bought back another 100. And then finally, I didn't get back in until I got a late ad at the break. And then I bought back. And then I finally added again. And then started buying and then bought back. But I bought all the way around this area. And then even here, I went short at 125.51, automatically bought 50 of them at 125.42. And guys, look, this move, Boeing came all the way down to 123.97. Had I just got in here at the break of 126 and just sat on it and put a stop, maybe way up here or something like that, we would have been fine. The trade would have worked out. And that's kind of the slump I'm in right now, though. I'm so cautious. I don't want to lose because I've in all transparency, I've lost too much in the last few weeks, and it hasn't been like an account blowing type of thing, but I've got the money that I want to trade with, and I've got a cushion. And you guys, some of you guys who've been following the channel for a while, you've heard me say this before, but I've got the money that I trade with, and then I've got a cushion, and I'm getting close to that cushion. And, or I was getting close to that cushion, and I'm kind of backing away from it now, but I'm still just, I don't ever want to dip into the cushion. Once I dip into the cushion, I feel like I just need to take some time off. And so I've just been extra careful. But had I taken those 200 shares here and just wait for this to work itself out, we would have done very well. DFFN was another one that I got in on this morning. I actually got in that one on pre-market right here. And I actually took 1,000 shares. You can see I took 1,000 shares, and it's only a 65-cent stock, right? So 1,000 shares is nothing. That's not much at all. These stocks move very slowly, and I took 500 off here, and I was really looking for it to break up through here, but it never came close. It started coming back, and I said a stop right here. I said if it gets down to this level or even close to this level, I'm going to want to get out, and I'm glad I did because it just really tanked after that. And it's just the stock has died off today, as you can see. So let me see here. We'll go over BYND, because that was really the best trade of the day. And same thing, I went short and started taking profit, went short again. It came up here, I went short again, took profit here, but you can see just choppy, and got back in here, took profit here, got back in here, and took profit here. You can barely even see where I'm getting in. There's a little red circle behind these two green circles, little red circle here behind these two green circles, because that's where I'm shorting the trades. But here's the thing, I missed this whole entire move right here. And you can go back and check out the live stream, and you'll see where I was calling it. I was calling it right here at the break of, I think, 109, 108.90. And look, just a very clean move all the way down to, $99. And there's no excuse. There's no excuse for this. In any other normal market conditions, I would have seen this. I would have simply taken 100 shares short and said, you know what, I'll get out if it comes up over here. I'd have been risking roughly $200 to make potentially $400 or $500. That's typically how I trade, and I just haven't been trading that way lately. Okay, what I've really wanted to do is just when the market opens, I've really just looked to try to jump in on trades that make really strong moves quickly and pack on the profits as fast as possible. And we haven't had a lot of those moves lately. We really haven't. We've had a few to the long side that I actually called last week. There were probably about 4 or 5 of them last week I actually called, and only really got in on one of them. So, and even the one that I got in on, I got in kind of late. And that's kind of the other end of this deal is, my entry points have not been all that great. So guys, I got a lot of work to do. I mean, I really do. I've got a lot of work to do, and I want to be careful with this. I want to be cautious with it. I don't want to jump the gun too much. It's, I'm kind of teetering on this place where, I'm at this place where it's kind of like, part of me is like, man, just Matt, you know how to trade. You've been doing this a long time. Like, just get your head back in the game. Stop trading with super small share size. I mean, it's not just conservative share size. It's like super conservative share size. But it's kind of like I'm telling myself, like, dude, stop trading with this super tiny small share size and not even giving it a chance to work out. And I need to listen to that. I need to listen to that at some point. But again, this is the mentality that I'm trading with right now. You get burned enough, and you're a little wary about moving forward. It's I don't know. I mean, I think about you hear you see how a dog owner, they beat their dog enough times, and then their dog just very slowly kind of approaches them. They don't even really trust their master anymore. They're just kind of like, what are you going to do? Like, what's this going to do? That's kind of what I feel like. I feel like a hurt puppy in this market right now, because, every time I take a trade, I'm just like, what is this trade going to do? Because I've seen so many of these trades that, again, that used to work out so incredibly well for me. They just haven't been lately. They just haven't. And so I've really had to adjust the way that I trade. But nonetheless, guys, green is good, and I'm glad that I'm green on the day today. I really don't have much to tell you about here. I mean, little scalping trades here. You can see on ZM, made a little bit here. Tesla, I made just enough to get in and then get out. But really just, right here again, went short and then just got out real quick. I should have let it play out, because that would have been a nice little move there. I, probably would have made, probably wouldn't have held the full 10 shares all the way, but, I probably could have made $30-40 on that trade rather than just $4.55. I mean, that trade basically paid for itself. That's all it did, is paid for itself. And, maybe left me with enough money to buy a candy bar, But guys, this is just kind of where I'm at right now. So hopefully you guys are doing a lot better than me. Hopefully your trades have been going a lot smoother. And, I'm really going to have to start opening back up here in the weeks to come and just challenging myself a lot more. And it may be one of those things where I just need to get into the trading simulator, maybe even if it's just for a week, to kind of get, my bearings back with all of this. But anyway, guys, that was my day today, and I'm not complaining. Green is good, but hopefully we have more exciting days ahead for you guys. So anyway, leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts about the current market conditions, and maybe I'd love to hear some of your advice about what you guys have been doing to kind of just control your risk and navigate these murky waters. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We do stream live here Monday through Friday, beginning roughly around 9 a.m. I find that my calls are really good. So if you want good calls, if you want to know, really good potential direction on certain stocks, I find that a lot of my picks are pretty good to work out in the direction they call. For me, really, like I said, just because I've been slapped in the face so many times by the market here lately, when I get into these calls, I don't hold on to my trades as well as I should. So we've been having these really small winning days, and hopefully that'll change though. Hopefully we'll try to turn that around a little bit here in the days to come. And anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Have a great afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.